Hey guys, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell to be updated every time I make a new video. Thanks, let's begin. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Brian and I am the Horror Shark. And today, well, yesterday, I watched Maneater. And, I have some things to say about it. Some good, a lot bad. But before we get into the video, make sure to check out my Patreon, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok. All the links are here on the bottom of the screen. Any support would be much appreciated, and without further ado, let's begin. So, Maneater. I was expecting some more of a lot of things. Uh, I expected more emotion from the characters. I expected better editing. I expected better sound design and effects. But based off the trailer, I knew the effects were going to be kind of crap. But at least they had a puppet for some shots, where it was kind of cool to see a practical effect, the extra effort put in. Too bad the practical effect looked like the shark from Two Headed Shark Attack's puppets. It was bad. I know people like, I prefer practical effects, but when they look like shit, they look like shit. And this looks like shit. So Maneater was definitely an experience. It does follow the formula of having a big body count in a shark movie, because a lot of these survival shark movies, kind of like The Reef, Open Water, and stuff like that, they have a very low body count, and they don't really emphasize how vicious a shark attack would actually be. Maneater does that just with bad effects. It's not the goriest shark movie. In fact, some of the kills don't even happen on screen. Like, there's a shark jumps in the water with them in their mouth and then underwater, so you don't really see what happens in the attack. But there are some where you do, and the effects on the CG model of the shark and the CG model of the people are laughable. Yeah, there's also a lot of insert scenes into this movie to pad out the runtime. Like, I'm serious, there are scenes where a guy's scuba diving in the opening scene, actually. It's totally out of place. Why was he scuba diving? Why was the shark in the cave? It was a cool concept, but bad execution. Then there's another scene, or stock footage, of people jumping off rocks and into the water. If it's not stock footage, it's B-roll. But one guy jumps in, shark gets him. Well, he's in mid-jump, and it's a terrible effect. Like, the guy just... There's no ripples in the water. They probably just assumed that, oh, it's in the waves, so the shark wouldn't actually create ripples, or the water wouldn't explode around it because their waves are already exploding out of the water. No sense was used in the CG effects in this movie. Another thing I kind of liked and didn't like were the characters. None of the characters were really fighting with each other, which was nice, but a lot of them are wooden, especially our main lead, our heroine. The actress just didn't seem to give a crap. I wish that they really tried at least a little bit to sell their performance, because the main actress loses a lot of people in her life. She loses her boyfriend who was going to marry her at the altar. He ditched her, and I was like, why would he ditch her? But then you watch the movie and you're kind of like, oh, well, yeah. But the characters are also those kind of characters that are overly positive and excited about everything. It's kind of annoying to a certain degree. Not as bad as in other movies where they're like, oh, hey, I'm really happy to see you. We gotta go on this trip. It's gonna be so awesome. It's almost at that level. The camera work was good for the most part. It looked professional. It looked nice and clear. But the sound editing and design was just awful. The thing is that I didn't get into any of the attacks. Like, oh, this person's gonna die, this person's gonna die. Despite us spending 40 plus minutes with these characters before they start getting killed off, I didn't care. Like, they were just fodder. They were fodder friends. They didn't really have any place in the memorable charts of this movie. They're just like, oh, we're stock characters. We're gonna check off the box of bland, forgettable, background character. I don't know. It was odd. Like, they spent so much time on this one girl who was just not a great actress. And they were kind of setting up a relationship with the captain, but that really kind of went nowhere. And it was really odd because he had a girlfriend, and she didn't seem to. She was like, "Oh, she seems to like you," and she didn't seem mad about it. So it was like, what's going on here? Are you actually boyfriend or girlfriend, or are you just acquaintances, or don't know? Yeah, there are a couple good kills in this movie. There's one that was kind of shocking that everyone's been talking about, where like a certain character hits the dock. It's probably the most impactful kill because no other kill was really that impactful. Um, all of them were just kind of like chomp, dead, chomp, attacked, chomp, hurt. I had no real emotional connection with these characters. If you love shark movies and you want to see shark carnage, and because you didn't get it with the Requiem or the Reef 1 or 2 or open water movies or really anything that recent, I'd say check it out. It does leave room for a sequel, and I do actually find the last line in the movie to be not really clever, but a funny callback to Jaws. It makes sense in terms of the dialogue, but it's kind of a terrible line because it's Jaws, but done differently with different exchanges. Still, it leaves room for a sequel, and I would actually check it out if they ever make one. The director of this movie, Justin Lee, also did A Big Legend, which had a sequel scener that I actually really wanted to see continued. Um, Too bad that never came to be. Fully with Maneater, he'll be able to do a sequel with better effects and more carnage. That's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you all for watching. Lion Brian Gatto, the Horror Shark. Make sure to like, comment on, as well as share this video. Like my Facebook fan page and support me on Patreon, where even $1 a month will help keep this channel going on strong, and I greatly appreciate it. Plus, you get access to body counts and other music videos that you cannot get on YouTube because of copyright and data restriction. Monetary support, if you want to support the channel through PayPal, it's horrorshow37@gmail.com. I greatly appreciate that too. But if you don't want to support me with any money, just hit that notification bell to be notified every time I make a new video. And as always, subscribe.